everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2024 Mercedes-Benz E-Class and its 17-speaker Burmester 4D surround sound audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the sound system, or the infotainment works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. We're going to test out the 5.1 capabilities, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear even more on the system, sign up below to become a Daily Motor member. I'm going to record some members-only sound test tracks with this one, and we'll probably do some Dolby Atmos tracks on there too to sort of demo the abilities of that system. So if you want to see that and support the channel and a little bit more on the car, check the link below. Now before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Refreshed for 2024, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. This is the E450 sporting the very good 3-liter inline-6 powertrain. It's mild hybrid and turbocharged. It is a great way to motivate your luxury sedan. So if you do want to see more on the E-Class, check the link below. We've got some other coverage. I don't think we're going to be doing a fuel test on this one, but we'll got the full review and a little bit of winding road coverage as well, so you can find that linked below. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. Big MBUX infotainment system here. This one is the newest version. It's working very well, very responsive. Here in the media screen, if I click the gear icon, then I get the media screen, and I'm also seeing we got a little bit of fingerprint action here, so I'm going to clean this off for us. Okay, now we go to the media screen here, and we see 3 different sound profiles: pure, 3D sound, and personal. This is something really cool that Burmester does. I know I've walked through in a lot of different videos how this works, but we're going to do another quick demo of it here because, you know, maybe some people finding this for the first time. But pure is going to give you the most unmessed up sound. It's going to give you the most true to recording sound that you can get out of the system, and then 3D surround is going to do just that, give it more of a 3D experience. So let's go through those two. I like going back and forth depending on what sort of music and listening experience I'm going for, but then personal sound profile actually customizes an EQ setting just for you. And this is good because everybody's got their own personal preferences. So Mercedes recognizes that, and they're going to give that for you here. So you can create a personal sound profile for your Burmester audio system using this configuration assistant. Start. Set your personal comfort volume here depending on this instrument. All right. Continue. Personal comfort volume for this instrument. And then you can balance the sound out between that cello and viola, or violin, I don't know what it is. I like a little bit more of the viola balance. And then a volume which you find to be low. I'm going to go about right there. And then balance it between those two. And then the beat comes in with the snare drum. You can just set the desired volume for that beat. I like having a little bit of a present beat volume there. And then you can change it around between bass, vocal, bright, and intensive. I think I like a little bit of intensive right there. A little intensive and bright. And then you can adjust the surroundness and the 3D-ness. And then your bass characteristics: neutral, soft, warm, or punchy. Kind of like a warm bass. So here's our personal sound profile, and then here's the original, flat EQ. Yeah. And now we can listen to our music with that sound profile going. And it's just nice that Mercedes gives you that customization there, because everyone's got different ears and different preferences, so yeah, why not let it be customized? Continuing down, we have a 3-band equalizer here, bass, mid-range, and treble adjustment. Let's go through those. Below those, you have adjustment. Man, I cannot stand adjusting the volume on this car. You have adjustments for balance and fader, front, rear, left, right, and then a 4D surround screen. And this is actually going to activate some sound. I forgot what Mercedes refers to them as. Let me see. Sound generators, they call them, within the seats. So this is actually going to give you a little bit of a physical bass feeling when the bass bumps. I don't know if you're going to really be able to hear it, but as the song gets going, I'll turn it up. I find it to be mostly gimmicky, and I typically have it off when I'm listening to music. And then lastly, you have a sound focus. You have sound optimized for just the front seats, just the rear seats, or all seats. We'll probably go back and forth between front seats and all seats for this testing. Theoretically, front seats is going to give you the best optimized sound for the driver and passenger seat up here, but some people aren't going to like that very forward-facing sound stage there. And that's all you've got for audio adjustments. Let's go back to the pure sound profile there. For audio controls here in the E-Class, you already got a little preview there. You've got volume slider over here on the left, and I just don't like it for making precise volume adjustments. I suppose my best bet would be to touch it and then use the screen to precisely change the volume, but it's so much work for something that used to be so simple. Then you've got a similar volume slider on the right side of the wheel that, again, depending on the sweatiness of your finger, you can either precisely or less precisely adjust volume. Fortunately, by pressing down right here or right here, you can mute the music. For track selection, no physical controls here. You got to use the touchscreen, which fortunately there's a persistent menu right here that always has track adjustment. And then you can use the touchscreen depending on which menu you're in. And then for the steering wheel controls, again, this is frustrating. You have to be on this certain screen within the gauge cluster in order to swipe back and forth for track selection. If you were, say, somewhere up here in your trip meter, then you wouldn't be able to adjust track from the steering wheel. For audio inputs in the E-Class, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, support for HD radio. You've got USB-C ports, wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, Bluetooth, and then some online music streaming services, including Apple Music and Amazon Music. Let me see if we have any others very clearly built into here. I don't see any. So what does that mean you're missing? Oh, wait. Yes, you have Spotify on here, Tidal, and you might be able to install even more through the Mercedes store. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, no USB-A ports. If you plan on using a USB device, make sure you have some sort of adapter. But other than that, we've got quite the suite of audio inputs. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 17-speaker system, and it took me a while to locate all of the speakers. There are some sneaky ones in here. So you got a mid-ranger in the door, 1, tweeter 2, center mid-ranger there, 3, 4, 5 bass woofers in the firewall there, then 6, 7 over on the side there, your tweeter and mid-range, 8, 9 3D tweeters up here in the man, I just can't speak today, in the ceiling. And then, interestingly, Mercedes doesn't count those sound generators in the seat as speakers, but you do have 2 tweeters, apparently, in the driver's seat only. So that's giving us 10, 11. And then in the back, we've got 12, 13 mid-ranger tweeter, 14, 15, and then 16, 17 3D mid-rangers up in the deck lid there. Now, it does seem to be a lower speaker count than the outgoing E-Class's 3D high-end surround sound Burmester system. Okay, before we get on the road...
Unfortunately, what is your destination?
Stop.
How can I help?
Cancel. I need to disable that functionality because it's been popping up randomly. Even when I don't say the M word, it just seems to pop up and try to do the voice commands. But before we get on the road, we are going to demo the 5.1 capability of the system using the immersiveaudioalbum.com surround sound test track.
Can you say it again, please?
Cancel. See, right there, I didn't say anything. I didn't say the hot word. I don't know. Somebody must have set a custom hot word or something in this car.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album Channel Configuration Test. Left. Center. Right. Left surround. Right surround.
There we go. Proper
The immersive
5.1 surround sound audio. Not too surprised there. And with that, let's get out on the road. despite any of the silly tuning and the gimmicks in the system, this Burmester still does a good job at getting a mixture of the meat and potatoes, the core elements of this type of song, as well as a good end of the flourishes as well, the good part of the flourishes. So between that kind of footwell mounted subwoofer there, I'm getting a good punch in the lower ends. The mid-ranges are a little strong for my preference, and then the tweeters could be a little bit more crispy, those high ends. But overall, a nice, well-balanced sound. For this next track, we'll turn the bass all the way up and see what we get out of those woofers. Okay, I'm getting the slightest sound of distortion, but overall it feels strong, sounds strong. Let's turn up the 4D sound as well. Oh yeah, now it's vibrating my back like a massage gun. Alright. Up my thoughts on the Burmester 4D sound system here in the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Those of you who are in the know probably know this, but those of you who do not might not know that there are about 4 tiers, if I'm understanding correctly, 4 different tiers of Burmester sound systems. You've got the 4D high-end surround reference, whatever they call it, up in the tippy-top cars, essentially just S-Class and then maybe GLS, but I'm pretty sure just S-Class. Then you've got the 3D high-end, and that is in a lot of their upper-level cars. Then you've got the 3D and now 4D surround, and then you've got the bottom, I think it's just called Burmester surround sound system. This, from what I understand, has dropped from the second to top tier down to the third to top tier in the Burmester hierarchy because it doesn't have the high-end name in it. And if somebody who knows better than me knows that I'm wrong, then please feel free to tell me. But this system does not sound as impressive as the one I heard in the CLE class, the new CLE that's come out. And it's not as impressive as the high-end systems that I've heard as well. So it's good, it's well balanced, but I would rather see Burmester and Mercedes putting effort and more importantly cost into simply making a great sound system rather than screwing around with things like the in-seat sound generators. I I get that they feel like they have to do it because other brands are doing it and it's sort of this gimmick, but I listen to a lot of different sound systems and it never adds to the experience more than just to give people a wow factor. Give us more speakers that actually help and matter for quality music. So all that being said, this is a very good system. It's strong, I enjoy it, but it is missing the absolute wow factor at $90,000 in this car to earn it an S tier. So it's an A+. It's very, very good, but I don't want to see a step back in a car like an E-Class. An E-Class is a type of vehicle where you should be able to get S tier sound quality at a little bit less cost than something like an S-Class. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the E450 here, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.